Greetings and welcome again to this broadcast. This is Jeremiah, and thank you. Just a quick introduction of this subject. It started after I had the opportunity to share with the young people of Nguni Youth for Christ, which is a Kenyan, it's a group of young people based in Kenya. One of them is my friend Simon Moema, who is leading them in Nguni Youth for Christ, and it was a huge privilege that I had the opportunity to share with them on on servant leadership. And so I began the journey by helping us go through the book called So Many Leaders, Solitude Leadership, which is basically a book written by John Stanko on leadership. And we started by seeing that the biggest price of leadership is possibly the fact that they have to sacrifice personal ambitions, personal interests, so that they can see the organization succeeding. And we are still going through this book. It has quite a number of leadership insights. And for today, we would like to say that we'd like to mention like three key things. One of them is that leadership begins from inside, and a leader's propelling force is his or her God-given purpose. And therefore, if you are going to be a servant leader and an effective leader for that matter, then you will need to understand that it has to come from the heart. And there has to be a burden from your God-given purpose. So it's not something that we will fix on you or cloth you in. It's something that needs to come from inside, a driving force from the inside. You will need to clearly understand your purpose. A clear understanding of your purpose is a prerequisite to effective leadership, because it will empower you as an individual to overcome insecurity and pride. And therefore, friends, that's very important. Now, number two is that the leader must overcome the Superman ideology of leadership, where they want to be the center of every focus. They must overcome the Superman ideology of leadership and begin to see leadership, as a team function where, yes, you are the leader, but you will, of course, involve others. You will treasure the ideas that you get from others. You will exist to serve others and not to be served by them. And therefore, that's a very important principle right there. The leader, another important principle that is shared here is that sometimes great leaders will have to go through seasons of obscurity. They will have to go through seasons where nobody knows whether they exist and nobody recognizes their leadership gifts and talents. A good example is David. David, David experienced a very difficult time when his predecessor, Saul, was not very friendly to him, and he actually wanted to kill him. He went through so much anguish and pain while still being the anointed one to be king. And so, friends, you realize that was obscurity. Moses in the Bible had to go to the wilderness for 40 years or so that he can get ready now to go and lead the nation of Israel from slavery. And you realize that even in our history, Nelson Mandela had to go to prison in obscurity before emerging as the first black president of South Africa and leading, in a very exemplary manner and becoming one of the most influential leaders in the history of Africa and indeed the world. So, friends, it's okay to be obscure for a while and be in training, be in preparation for the leadership of impact, just like Moses and David and the other examples that we see. For today, that's it. We'll pick from here next time, and thank you for always joining this conversation. The Lord bless you and keep you. Please, I invite your comments down there or directly to my email address that I'm sharing with you here. Let's talk and let's have a conversation. I invite your participation in this platform and in everything we are doing. Remember, we exist to publish the message of hope and the message of victory that is in Christ Jesus. And what we want to do is to tell the world that irrespective of the difficulties out there and the tough situations that we have to battle each day, we still can have hope and we can have victory, courtesy of the gospel or the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross. Always remember that. My name is Jeremiah, and I'm so grateful to have your support and your viewership. Bless you and all the